I'm being tempted to think say they've done very good scouting for the Sudanese players. Another Congolese centre back, or he plays in the mode of former Real Madrid centre back Sergio Ramos. It's a big job to like so Obabe take over Jumano Ewe for Kotoko. No dictating the pace of how Kotoko wants to play from the back there, then it's a big job for them. You see, I like the way Kotoko has going about updating their fans about players no more time, and the mode in which they get to the final decision. And now, say, Oshe has to focus for video of a new player. It was an excellent run through Accra of our flights through my friend is saying Kotoko. AC form, Omodeka Kokofano, Omodeka Kokofano, man, that video. As someone brought in ticket, they called Dr. Prince Pamboho. I don't know what the facility was. Okoye Medical, so medicals, then they took him straight to Pobiman. And on one num tonze, Pobiman is the best center, Omuze club here. And I think that is an outright truth. There is no club in this country, or the infrastructure capability of Accra to folk. No team cramping more than one training pitch or chroma say. Probably there are multiple training pitches, and in there, even so, there are videos, the equipment on the training club, but you can tell, say a world standard, Neoma. Again, baby, I'll be there. If you baby, I'll be there. Baby, I got to go for one. So, just one baby, that's also an excellent place for players to live. Yeah, upgrade Accra, and I like the fact of the conversation. Yeah, but say no players that. Until mu check on players that. Yeah, for more okay. Yeah, because I was a very very decent place. Alright, you see, Kotoko and then Ogum, and him say pressure will also next season. And the players on Betono, they have to be very very careful. And now, any this week, Mate said to say, so, and case I'm going to do Kumasine. Now, supporters need be some more person to say, pa, so your Kotoko player. Rich, I'm reliably informed, say the technical team of Kotoko don't really fancy yourself as a player of open.
On read down.
On plans to crown. And I'm hearing say a player and Ankasan team, and the AU to Kotoko as a bait. Second, draw other clubs to come in, then he can move on into other teams. Do away with the set-aside conversation. Now focus on the number of players that have come to Kotoko and then why they are there. John Enchi in the middle of the park, excellent player. And he comes in to fill with Kotoko a new centre back now. I'm being tempted to believe say Justice Blaine Kuku will get some time to play in the middle of the park. Now, Adi Akapa or if you want Justice Blaine ever born. And yet, just about say you really born the off the ball job there, and yet you may be out for Justice Blaine. I think that the most important thing Kotoko have been looking for, is somebody in the mode of a branch friend which is Lamptey. Obi Wetima Bobo Nibi. Obi very good on the ball. And Emmanuel Enchi. That's player. Very, very good technical. An excellent number 8. So Onya born in the house space is being with me. Also can play as a 10. Which is very important because without the ball, Justice Blaine Betima Yejuma want to cover the back line for him. Now, Omanya another centre back to add to the number. So there are a lot of centre backs in the team now. Middle part on Naka. Because now Morrison call, Lamptey call. And then so real players who make him as a hybrid 8 or 10 there. Then Emmanuel Enchi is one of the players that can play there. If you look away from that, then Sudan need also a or say, oh no, Nejuma is so she goes. That is this job to score goals. Kotoko will need goals next season. Kotoko be young goals pa because last season Kotoko struggles so she goals with ye. Even Kotoko top scorer Mukola had some long spells of rough patches. Again, if you say when Mukwela came to Kotoko, the first few months were a little bit rough for him. He as a Sudanese will face him. Now, one of the excellent things at that time, the management team, to make sure that Mukwela will be concentrated and deliver. And they say, I'm control the PR. Into that pressure, baby, now Mukwela until he was able to settle in. Kotoko and the Nante Pospogum would have to do a very good psychological work on a new striker. Say almost 30 season, that's a ghost name ma. To conscientize him no I calm. Say never goes best start. Say ghost neba no nya confidence. No say go baba yara. Na ye ton ye body din ye ton nyom ye man fansa. Definitely the confidence is going to come. See, House of Folk, I think that you come recruitments no and why? Because Rich, 2 seasons ago, so kind of players House of Folk signing. Almost signing players that we thought. In fact, for me, my crackers make our says, we should ask players that will feel you on ma. They seem to be good.
Players are not almost various clubs on my bobo. Juventus Ata.
People started with Miami or Point
Franny from Kim Fraser. Agbesima from the Chamber.
Exactly. Upon Franny Koku Praye, nya problems kakra. After the Oba, Obo DM, then there are a lot of issues. Kosi Agbeshima, one of the best centre backs, Obechim. I consistently said Kosi Agbeshima, a top centre back. In defend the box part, yeah. I can't pedal. Iti,
yeah, Pedu. That Rasta guy.
Exactly. Number 2. Iti, say, almost top players, they need to be careful. Send them repeat some mistakes in the game. And they should find Nientia. Niema Bia, Famom, but Park no son kwan and Famom. Almost sporting director is leaving the country. Coach Ouattara next season he has to be very careful. Once he doesn't stay as long as possible. And I like what Ouattara said. Ouattara said has a 20, 30, 40, 50 in the past. Almost to be at the same results. And I say insanity say they be open bebre the same thing unya different results. Into no there on best to bebre they should be measured in the scouting. Now I'm for players who we have show team then they can compete next season. So I think that in terms of idea.
Maybe a free ban or house issue. Rich. Say, Osha has individual players now. Send you in a year, one dance. Okay, number 1. Yeah, I agree, say, the entire house, any results, probably, say, there was one huge department of a team now. Now, they are from goalkeeping.
Yeah.
And see, Hearts must fix goalkeeping problems, you know. And until Hearts are doing whatever it takes to get Solomon Agbeshi from Dreams. Almost they should just quote the money. They want to fix goalkeepers once and for all. So, Solomon Agbeshi, almost have somebody Benjamin Asari of Olympics. No more 2 top goalkeepers. They can compete. Now, Rich. Minimal there say pato mutie would they agree and my issue near complicated kakra. Rich, so what is a house assign Solomon Agbeshi? House assign Benjamin Asari. No me no jitum so any house based on those players the performance no house as of you goalkeeping problem now. So over awful players now. You I say Michael Lampedu nimbo meboa. Dennis Costa and bad left back meboa. You see Agbesi menimbo. Opa Fani nimbo. Omodi ewu aba be kan onimbo. Say who come fifi wa
became now.
Good. Camera cray Kevin says me oh. Enti omunimbo. Right back onimbo, left back onimbo. Who come fifi wa say has Ederso Linda onimbo. Or Tanga onimbo. Say has na owo Di Maria no na Di Maria nimbo. Minim de Di Maria akoi player has any the baby shim. But you could clearly see the skeleton of the house team is very very good. Now so oko striker wa na eya kwa ya Hamza nkoa. So I say go na striker papa bi eni wa na o she goals ni bi abo no. Yes o mo say o mo de Diago say 11 goals o mo de number. Now Rich say has can't to players bibria. Say the Ouattara kana. Then it means say Ouattara person say players na me beto omo no. Omo bad players. Now Rich so omo bad players there. Then Argentina in the last 2 seasons has been threatened by relegation. Say your players now. And the coach in the also say a tactical problem and that so of fixing the goalkeeping. Now on your striker be on him ever check goals na say we anymore. the aka any difference in the method media or here just 1 or 2 people they will be very very good to play. So Sunday then now as here just okay. Has players no are not bad after all. But Rich, so players no bad after all there. Then 2 seasons consecutively getting by relegation, then it means I have problem. It's more deeper.
I about to be honest. Has another problem I on the technical side.
I'm making
I want to like but you know I want to be political about it.
Okay.
Has a big problem from technical side. Coach is
yes.
Coach is now. Not been good enough. How many are good enough? See, look, the struggle to even get Ouattara. Ouattara Baba share first 3 games. Then he was also struggling. Even the starting 11, sometimes he had issues on baby or person players. But Tebia, on your preseason, or you clear on baby or person player. Then next season will prove it.
You see, last 2 weeks, maybe can't be. No, in the last 2 weeks. Proud to has last game, no boy, you know. Maybe catch you say, I was very, very curious.
Against Olympics?
Yes, not against Omuko Bechimono.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Proud to last game, Omuko Bechimono. Na sani yedi nkomo ya say Rich sa utina chira na we house players na omo ye relegation threat na nto asomu. So I wanted to find out say Argentina Kofi Abesimo ntimi mbo. Argentina Di Maria obatim nu okọ obam nu okọ. Argentina Martin Kakai super talent. Why is he not creating too much? Argentina has intimidation goals bebre. Argentina has intimidation preventing a lot of goals. Rich players now. Emma make you say, look, a bigger part of our problem is psychological. I'm here team psychologist. And see, Ebian Komaya Yedi, House do not have a bad squad. Individual players, they do not have a bad team. Technically, me say I have seen enough to think, say, Coach Ouattara is a good coach. Oba, you know. You could clearly see his philosophy. 4-4-2 diamond. 4-4-2. You could clearly see. The players now one. Now I'll try to do something with them. Me assure say in fixing us in terms of the players, say the he will need to face goalkeeping. He will need to face wingers. Has any wingers. He will need to face a lot of creativity kakra. Especially when Di Maria is off. And face a striker with Hamza. And keep players, because Rich, even the name can say, you say Hamza also in your offer, and okay, has some money. Can you imagine House next season without Hamza?
Big blue.
Yes. And Di Maria ko Salim, Osinseho, Otanga, Osopasoko, Linda, then Hamza. Then it's a House team, the spine of the team now you didn't want to say. And then I say another two just say Kofi Abesimo say you terminating the contract man. Look, they will need to fix the team beyond the pitch. It is a psychological. They will need to find a psychologist for the team. So a retention of key players. They need to do a better job now. No more to be returning players. Maybe Linda ball last season. Has lose him. Has lose Hamza. Look, a big problem. Has problems in and until the last time any operating come on, say they know. They know. But yes, and discussing it is clear what has issues are. And no matter query, we should see them fixing those problems, Now I'm going to call and cry because they have in assistant coach. And now I can say. Assistant coach has him when they almost substantive assistant coach because the answer is Ayana Raman or Mama Neko. Now why never any and our Taranaka the assistant because sometimes Rich so you know quoting who decided games are Eddie. So Kuluko Kabi Beach Ogumotie. Me other assistants from Kokabi because on himself or Jomudi and say almost saw the expertise. House must face a no man kitchen. No man to be more to be investment in here too much for the team to be struggling on the pitch like they were almost struggling.
All right, in judgment, so in showers of 4.5 and China AB lines.